Een jonge vrouw die onder druk Sudan heeft verlaten en nu 4 jaar in Engeland woont.
Thank you.
If I took a moment to think about how I felt the first time when I was exposed to the reality of Islam here in the West, I would say I was really shocked by the huge amount of conservative Islamic culture and Islamism, especially among young groups, those who've been born and brought up here. The most scary attitude I've seen is this aggressive attitude toward those who renounce or criticize Islam. Right, so the first thing, the cowardness of the left and the liberals. And I'm really frustrated by this, I have to say, frustrated and disappointed. They tiptoe, thank you. They keep tiptoeing around things, very apologetic, justifying this attitude under no offense, respect to their beliefs, multiculturalism, fighting Islamophobia, all nonsense. And the problem with this is that when you lack a rational group to address people's fears and problems, actual fears and problems, you create a niche which is filled by the far right. These are the loud voices we hear outside, and quite loud, and they're the ones who are addressing the issues, but obviously with lots of bigotry and racism toward Muslims and immigrants. So shame, big shame on the liberals, big shame on the left.
Mr. Dawkins, my name is Boris, chairman of the Dutch Humanists. Can I ask you something?
I may not answer, but go ahead.
Of course, well, that's of course your freedom.
I fear that Western liberalism is caught in a trap and not quite knowing which way to face. Because on the one hand, we're feminist and liberal and we stand for freedom of speech. On the other hand, those things upset the Muslim world, and we Western liberals are terrified of being thought racist. And there are a lot of people who think that anybody who says anything against Islam must be racist because they bizarrely think Islam is a race. So I think that there is a problem, and I think we need to stand up as liberals for liberal principles like freedom of speech and like the rights of women.
Are you going back to Sudan often?
No,
What
I
was the
can't
last time?
actually. I can't. You know, I've got my family there, I've got lots of friends, and I got my memories, and I did get out in a really non-pleasant way. But I can't get back because of the apostasy thing and, you know, being an ex-Muslim. Personally, I did an interview in Channel 4, very short interview about Sharia courts in the UK, which is something I also was so shocked about. Why would there be Sharia courts here in the UK? And I received lots of death threats after the interview, and I was, myself and my family back in Sudan was very badly harassed because I did criticize the Sharia laws here in the UK and generally, and I did say I'm an ex-Muslim. And then there was a particular person who decided to organize a huge campaign, a whole campaign, just against this apostate who's threatening Islam.
What were the exact threats against you?
When you're dealing with apostasy within an Islamic context, there's certain words that mean exactly go and kill that person. And these words are Arabic words, murtadda, kafira, zindira, and he used these words within posts. But I think the most disappointing thing was that he was from a liberal party, or known as the Liberal Democratic Party, and they didn't take any stand. They didn't take a particular stand in this, or actually took his stand, his side. So I thought that was quite disappointing, quite strange and scary as well.